Hi there, business owner. Are you looking to improve your business knowledge? Do you want to see behind the scenes of successful businesses? And more importantly, are you looking to build a better business in just 15 minutes each week? If so, you're in the right place. Welcome to the 3Bs podcast. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the 3Bs podcast, your go-to resource each week to build a better business in just 15 minutes. This week's episode is all about building and optimizing an online presence for your business. Hi, by the way, I'm Stephanie. If you didn't know, I'm the host here, and each week I share with you my top tips, motivation, inspiration to help you to build a better business. In this digital age, having a robust online presence is so important for reaching an audience, not only reaching an audience, but reaching a wider audience to the one you already hold. Engaging with customers, making them feel valued and important to you, and driving growth. And at the end of the day, if you're listening to this podcast, I hope you're looking to build a better business and you're driven and have those goals and aspirations to have the business of your dreams. Whether you're starting from scratch with an online presence, maybe it's a new business, maybe you've always done things offline with a brick and mortar store, for example, or looking to enhance your existing online presence, we've got you covered here at the 3Bs podcast with practical tips and strategies. So let's get on with the episode. So first things first, to kick things off, let's talk about the fundamentals, the real basics of establishing your online presence. So if you don't already hold an online presence, I do think it's really important that every business has one. There's very, very few businesses out there that don't require an online presence anymore. And it's quite tricky if you've always done things offline to bring things into the online space. But I do think if you want to build your business, it's important to have an online presence. If you already have an online presence, these foundational steps and tips I'm going to share with you now, make sure you have them. If you already have them, now is a good time to go back and review them, because things are always changing in business. Things are constantly growing and evolving, and sometimes it's easy to forget to go back to those online presences, some very foundational things you did at the beginning, and update them along with your business. So my tip one is to create a website. It can be a standalone one-page information document. It can be a all bells and whistles flashing website, but they don't need to be. If you don't already have a website, you need to have one, and they need to look professional. Now, I'm not saying go out and hire someone at £1,500, £200 to build your website. There are plenty of options out there and free tools to help you build one yourself as a really good starting point that will still look incredibly professional. Depending on where you host a website, it will have a drag and drop functionality for you. Some already have templates. A good one is MailerLite. So if you use MailerLite for your email marketing system, you can build a website on there and publish one directly from there, which is quite helpful. If you already have one, then now is the time to review if it still meets your needs, still meets your expectations, and still reflects your business fully. The website is, believe it or not, a lot of people still search your website to find out if you exist or not. There's so many online scams around now that having that online presence as a website sometimes gives your buyers and your clients confidence in you as a business. Specifically if like copies, and a lot of people will copy businesses now and create scam websites that look just like yours. So giving your customers and your clients confidence that you are who you say you are and your business does exist, a website is a good way to do that. It's the first place people look, which surprises me because we often think now that everyone goes straight to social media, but that is not the case. Choose your domain name that reflects your brand. So if you don't already have the domain name, then find it. The domain is the bit after the www. So for us, we have www.the3bs.com. And for my bookkeeping and accountancy practice, we have abcsuk.com. We also hold abcsuk.co.uk, and that stops imposters from creating something like us. It just makes it much more trickier for them to copy us. Use a reliable hosting service is another top tip of mine. So you could use Namecheap is quite an affordable one. If you're looking to host a website in the same place, then Wix do them. A lot of companies and a lot of marketing companies like you to use Squarespace and WordPress because they have lots of the functionalities and the add-ins. And make sure that it's user friendly. So my top tip is once you've created your website, even if it's just a one-page document, a one-page site that just has all the information that you are you, make sure it works on a mobile too. A lot of people will be searching for you on their mobile. So not only does it need to look good on a desktop, but ensure that it still looks as good and works just as well on a mobile. And make sure you include essential information. So about you, services or products, how to contact you, for example. We have an ABCS UK blog that forms part of our website. So use those essential data. And if you are going to create more than one page, make sure those essential pages are on there. A really good tip for a website, if you're really confused and don't know where to start, is look at your competitors. Now, don't copy them. Make sure yours is bigger and better than your competitors, but use them as inspiration for what works and what converts. There are tools out there that can get all the data from other websites in your niche, in your area. But if you are completely confused and don't know where to start, have a look at your competitors for inspiration. And then next, I alluded to it earlier, social media profiles really are where 99% of businesses need to be, even if it's a basic profile on just one social networking platform. I do recommend that you don't go for all of them straight away. Go for the one that you feel you can update yourself very well, especially if you're a solopreneur, one that you enjoy using, one that you understand, and where your ideal client or customer hangs out. So if you are B2B, business to business, so if you're providing a service similar to our accountancy practice to other businesses, LinkedIn is where you want to be. LinkedIn is really the social media network for you. If you are looking for consumers, you're B2C, then you're looking at Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, something like that, where your ideal client hangs out, but you also enjoy. Social media platforms are really powerful tools because not only do they provide a space for you to connect with your audience, but using reviews from past clients and customers and engaging with them on there also gives you social proof, proves that you are who you say you are, and that clients and customers that work with you or buy your products get the result that they're looking for. So having a social media profile is incredibly important for most businesses. Also, it's great for promoting your business and getting your friends and family to promote you too, specifically if you're a solopreneur. It's amazing how people in our family's network and our friends' networks are probably looking for the service or product we provide without even realizing. So identify which platform your target audience hangs out at, but it also needs to be a platform that you really enjoy using. Create your profiles, and if it is going to be more than one social media network, ensure your branding is consistent. So whatever your branding is, whatever your logo is, please use the same one across all the profiles. It means that the audience gets to know and associate that particular logo or branding with you. So at ABCS UK, we have what's often called unicorn branding. Our branding colours are pink and blue, and a bit of yellow, and that sort of blends in a gradient, and we often get told that we look like we have unicorn colours. We've also been told that, if you remember on Channel 4, there was a programme called The Circle, where all the people lived in a house and they talked through like a social networking platform. It was like a reality TV show. And we've also been told more than once that our profile photos, because we have the little ring around all our photos with our company branding colours, it reminds them of The Circle, which is great for our brand because actually we can feed off that and we know that we're being recognised for that branding, and that's associated with us. And regularly post engaging content that resonates with your audience. So when I say regular, I'm saying be consistent, not constant. You don't need to post every single day, 10 times a day. If you only have capacity to post once or twice a week, consistently post that once or twice a week, and your audience will get to know and expect that content from you on those days. There should be a good mix of content as well. It shouldn't all be the same thing, but By being consistent, your business is going to stand out as reliable. It's going to be authentic. It's going to mean your audience know, like, and trust you further. And that is the goal with social media, is to build that presence and use that to talk to your audience. You can also use it to ask your audience what their pain points are, what problems they're trying to solve, so that you know what you need to bring out as a product or service next to help you build your business. And thirdly, my top tip is, if you have a physical location, go onto Google My Business and claim your business so that it shows up in the search results on Google. And if you have a physical location, people can search that in Google Maps, for example. You can put your opening hours in there. Customers can review in there. It's a great tool you can have to centralize, a base for your business online. Building your online presence is going to be a constant thing. It's going to be something you have to do consistently. It's not a do once and leave it. It is a constant reviewing process. But once you've started to build and continue to build the online presence, you need to optimize it. So you need to utilize it to open opportunities for you in your business. SEO is one of the ways of optimizing your online presence. Now, SEO is search engine optimization. And if you're anything like me, you receive countless emails each week from companies offering to do your SEO for you. As a business owner, having somebody do your SEO for you has its benefits because they're experts. But honestly, 99% of you will be able to do it yourself, save those costs. And there's lots of information out there on how to utilize SEO most effectively without the high price point that will bring. As I said, some business owners will want to hire an SEO expert, but source your own. Don't go for the ones that fill your inbox, because normally they are from abroad and they are blanket emailing thousands of businesses in the hopes that one person bites back and starts paying them for their service. Do your research if you are going to hire a professional to do anything in your business. Don't just go for someone that drops into your inbox, because it usually is too good to be true in my experience. And I know it sounds silly, but use these social media platforms, use your online presence to boost your presence. It sounds really silly, but it is to boost your presence. Be more visible, get your business out there, get eyes on your business, get eyes on yourself as a business owner, because that unlocks other opportunities for you. And having an online presence is what a lot of other business owners will look into. So if you're going for awards to boost your presence, if you're going for PR opportunities for radio, TV, newspaper articles, whatever it is you're looking for, 9 times out of 10, they're going to search for your online presence. 1, to make sure you exist, and 2, they want confidence in you as well. So whether that's reviews and testimonials on Google, or a website that showcases the things that you've done, examples of work you've completed, those things are really important if you're looking to build a better business. And my final top tip for this week's episode is to constantly monitor, review, and adjust your social media presences, your online presences, your marketing activities. Use the data, use the analytics, see which platforms are performing better for you, see which leads are the most fruitful, see which adverts, if you choose to use adverts, are the highest performing. What types of content do your audience react to? What areas of your audience are full of your ideal client? Because actually your engagement posts might be fantastic, but the people that are engaging with them are not your ideal client. And the whole point of having this online presence is so that you can reach more people who will hopefully become customers and clients in your business. So do use the data, do use the analytics, review regularly, because it is a continual process. These things need to be adapted to meet market demand, to meet times of the year, to meet your business as it evolves and your audience as that evolves too. So I hope this has been a really useful episode for you, and it helps you to take your online presence to the next level if you already have one, and hopefully inspires you to have an online presence if you don't currently have one. If you did enjoy this episode, please rate, review, subscribe wherever you're listening to this podcast so that I can reach more business owners to build a better business. And I'll see you next week for the next episode. And that brings us to the end of another episode of the 3Bs podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Please connect with us on social media. Like, rate and review wherever you are listening to this podcast so that I can help more business owners build a better business. See you next week.